Okay, after watching a Rotten Mango case, I definitely need something a bit more lighthearted. Okay, so we're gonna watch the influencer with 14 million followers loses 4 million fans overnight for dating a hot guy. Turns out he's a loser. Why do I feel like there's so many similar cases about this that she has talked about? I thought that this was like a story she was retelling, but I guess it's different. So let's just see how much of a loser this guy is. So many notifications.
Have you ever been in a relationship where the universe gives you just sign after sign after sign that maybe, hold on, you should rethink this relationship? Because this Chinese influencer, we're gonna call her Z, she gets the biggest sign of her life. She hard launches her relationship with this man, and within like 24 hours, something crazy like that, I think it's like 24 to 48 hours, she loses 4 million followers.
Yikes.
This man is not like a criminal. He didn't commit some sort of atrocious crime. Like, it's one thing if she's
Controversial.
dating a former R word, or not former, but you get it.
She lost 4 million followers.
Yeah, she lost 4 million
How
followers.
many?
She had
like,
11 million followers. She's
Wow.
not a regular schmegular influencer. She's at the
famous.
top of the game.
Oh.
She loses. This is
and
like
her
I
name
said.
is Z.
Yeah. Zane.
Zhang.
You see a lot of her, don't worry,
Sounds
okay?
like a mouse.
No, here's the thing. This guy is not a criminal. He's not an R-worder.
In a good
He's
way, she's
not
cute.
speculated to have done all these depraved crimes against humanity that have previously all been tracked. He didn't scam people. He's not a school bully. Like, this is just a regular schmegular random ass dude that she starts dating, and she loses 4 million followers. K-pop stars don't even lose that many followers when it is fucking annoyingly exposed that they're in a relationship, and then all the K-netizens go freaking crazy.
Please. My reaction exactly. Oh my God. Even just bringing that up, I have just a mixture of disappointment, anger, and I just why?
I digress. Don't even get me started, okay?
Don't
But she
get
loses
started, girl.
4
Don't.
million followers, to the point where she comes out publicly and says, I have never been in a relationship that would make me lose millions of followers until today. What the fuck is going on?
Though it should be talked about, but to make some sort of change, because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I hate it. I will never understand it. But sometimes, and what I feel might be this case. Oh wait, no, I don't know. A hot guy turns out he's a loser. But in some cases, if you find like a really popular person, could be a guy, could be a girl, people just want to see two hot popular people together. If you're like a hot popular person and you're dating like a nobody, in their eyes, in the netizens' eyes, a nobody, then for some reason they don't like that. And they just turn on you. I don't get it.
Okay.
It's weird.
Should we laugh? Can we laugh?
I mean, kind
He's like,
of.
"Can
She
we
laughs
laugh?"
at it later.
Okay.
So I think we have permission. Let's just talk about Z first, because I feel like in order to understand how she loses 4 million followers, how the hell did she get 11 million followers to begin with? She starts social media in 2019. The way Z looks, she is so pretty. I don't know how else to describe it. Her chin is so pointy. You don't even need a fucking pizza cutter. You just say, hey Z, can I get a help over here? And she just 16 slices, not even 8. She'll do 16 slices. You know those pizza cutters that are and you have to keep pulling the pizzas apart? No, it would be clean sliced. You don't even have to.
Is that too sharp?
No, her chin is incredible. Her
Okay.
physique is incredible. She's got them 90-degree shoulders that I am so jealous of. Every part of her
What do you-
is
you have-
just.
You have 90 degree too. 70 sets with her shoulder like all the way up.
When I'm anxious, this is how I sit. I feel like this is superior than 90 degrees.
Yeah. It's a no neck.
So then she starts making these videos, and I was thinking, okay.
Whenever someone talks about posture, even just bringing it up in passing, I always just sit up straight. It just happened there when
Duh.
they were talking
She's
about the
pretty.
shoulders.
She's gonna sit there and she's gonna do her makeup and I'm gonna eat this shit up. She's gonna give fashion tips. I'm gonna eat it up. She could honestly just post not even music, silent TikToks of just like body checking me and I would eat it up. But no. Z is kind of cool. She has this
What was
best
that?
friend named Hidan-tong. Why did that sound Korean? She's got this best friend that she would always post with. And the two of them are nicknamed
She's pretty.
Goofy Goddesses because they're fucking weird. Like, they're so pretty. They're drop dead gorgeous. But
Love that.
every single video they post, you're like, that girl is fucking weird. In the best way possible. She'll do these boba challenges where she takes a boba cup and she
Sorry, dude, that's what makes them more attractive and appealing. For me, of course, always talking about me. If you're like a hot, pretty girl, okay, but you got personality, you're like weird. Yes.
she's trying to drink it. Like, there's no lid, there's no straw. And she just picks it up with her teeth. And the challenge is to drink some of the tea with no
Girl,
hands.
that's gonna go all
and then the
over your
boba will just
face.
splatter all over her. Like,
Okay.
it's just, she's just kind of like a goofy girl. You just don't expect that from someone that looks like a supermodel. That's all people had to say. It's just unexpected.
Like you. Body like a bottle.
Model.
Why are you laughing though?
Is that a compliment?
Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing with you.
Not at me.
Not at you.
She would go to Heidi Lau and then just like pretend to be a server. Like, I don't know why. Like, I'm telling you, you just watch her video and you're like, that girl is so weird. But in the best way possible. She's not camera shy. She doesn't really care about how people perceive her. She is very unapologetically herself. And so people freaking love her, okay? She's got 11 million followers because
So
of
what
this.
happened?
Even when she talks about her plastic surgery, because people are asking her, a lot of her haters are like, well, is she really that pretty when she's had that much work done? And she will sit there in her live stream and she will say, are you guys asking me if I got 40% of my face done right now? Babe, I got 100% of my face done. You don't even know. I don't even think there's something I didn't do.
Listen, listen, guys, come on. I'm sure the girls out there can most confidently say it much more than the guys out there. Like, you can acknowledge it. She's really pretty. And I immediately were like, okay, she's definitely got work done. But does that take away from her prettiness? No, she's so pretty. It just acknowledges she's definitely had work done. Okay, move on. Why are you so hateful about it?
I think I did everything to my face. Just from, not even just my face, I think from head to toe. Let me think. Yeah, I even had hair implants. In the past, I told viewers I had my forehead left of just natural beauty, you know? And then I got a hair transplant, so. Then I did some fat grafting on my forehead. But other than that, I did everything. I did my eyes 3 times. My nose is also fake, obviously. And my mouth, I even lifted the corners of my mouth. And then I got the fillers. And then I injected the center of my face. And I also shaved down my bones because I told my injector, because she kept getting me fillers, because I really like my chin to be very long and pointy. I said, I want it so long, I want it to touch the floor. And then she said, the fillers are not working anymore. Like, you can't keep getting fillers. So I said, okay, grab a chainsaw and saw off half of my face and
I hate that procedure. It looks like I'm sure it's probably one of the most painful procedures you could possibly have. Like, how do they even do it? Do they just kind of make a little slice, peel your skin back, and then just start sawing away at your bone? That
make
I
my chin
cannot.
long and
Oh,
pointy. So then I did that. And then I got my boobs done.
can't you just
Oh, and then I
contour
got
the
my
hell
legs
out of
straightened.
yourself?
Yeah, you didn't even know that was a procedure, right? I did that. I also injected my shoulders. Yeah, 5 injections on each side. Yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, I got my ears done. Yeah, okay.
What did she do with her
She's
ears?
Ears done?
explaining
She's joking.
because her face, she just wanted it super small. And everything she's doing, she's shaving it. She's
Very tiny.
There's like bone dust in the air, okay? Every part, she's like grafting it. She's Picasso. She's Michelangelo grafting it out of marble. And then she's like, why is my face still not the way I wanted? So there's this new new trend in China where you
Is it like fold your hair out a little bit or no?
you fold your ears out. So it makes your face
Definitely
look small, and
noticed
they
her
say
ears
you
out.
look like a youthful elf.
That's
I was just gonna say that her ears are out. She looks like a mouse, kind of like an elf, but her ears are out. Definitely a tip that I see so often.
I think that's what happened. Do you remember the 宝宝今年18岁?
今年多大？
God, I cannot.
That one?
I can't. I
Yes.
can't. I'm sorry. No, it makes me so uncomfortable. I can't.
Baby's only 18. And then her ear is like a
Please.
fucking elephant. Yeah. I think that's what she did.
Like in China,
Yeah.
I feel like this is becoming more common, but the American netizens were fucking having a field day. They said, she can hear tomorrow. She can hear
Y'all.
tomorrow coming. She
Y'all
can
are
hear your
funny.
thoughts.
She's gonna fly away like Dumbo.
So she did the elf
crazy.
ears, which honestly, she looks fire.
She's cute
It made me
though.
want to get elf ears. But like,
Oh.
I just keep imagining myself like 70. And then you know, you just
No.
have like Sophie's kids running around going, hey, like, great, I don't even know what I am to you, but like, why the f your ears so big? It just look weird. Anyway, and then she starts ranking how painful her surgeries are. She's like, well, I would say that hair implants were worse than my jaw reduction, shaving my jaw. And then
Hair implant is worse than sawing your bone off?
Oh,
she said it was the most
wow.
painful.
What?
Yeah.
That is so unexpected.
She said the hair implants were so painful.
Whoa.
And then she said, but her boob implants were pretty bad too. Because I think she was like doing stuff with her ribs and shit. And then she was like, okay, so I would say hair, boobs, and then no, I would say hair, boobs. Yeah, hair, boobs. Let's do that. And then she goes, well, no, because then I just did the ears. The ears were the second most painful. That shit was so painful. You can ask my assistants. I'm sorry for people who don't want to hear this. My assistant was wiping my pee for like a week straight. Oh, it was so bad. So it's hair, boobs, elf ear surgery, and then probably like my third eye surgery. Yeah. She was like, that was pretty bad. I mean, I couldn't even do anything. And then she was like, oh yeah, this is what I look like. So she would share.
Oh, yes. Have you guys seen these like before and afters of like super facial reconstruction just for beauty standards, not even like after an accident? Beauty standards, they're all swollen like this, all bandaged up, looking like mummies. I'm like, why would you put yourself through that? I mean, if you want to, if you're insecure about something and you got the money for it, go for it. Okay, that's your face. It does not affect me in any way, shape, or form. But oh, sometimes that before and after pictures are terrifying. They're kind of like nightmare fuel.
Before and after pics. She would post during pics. It was really hard to hate her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like the haters
very
are like,
open and honest
you had
about
so much
it.
work done, and she was like,
Yeah.
what didn't I have done? Give me
Yeah.
suggestions. I love this shit, okay? And she would even comment on her own before and after. Like if a hater posted it, she was like, first she was a ghoul, like a ghost, like an ugly gargoyle, and now she's a doll. She's like about her own self.
Oh, she comment as a hater to herself.
No, if haters post it, she'll comment on her account being like, before she was a monster and now she's a doll. Like about her own.
Okay.
So all of this, her goofiness, her lack of care for that, she's just giving girl's girl. In the span of 5 years, she would end up having actually not 11 million followers. I think her most highest followed account is 14 million followers. She's got like multiple accounts, but she would win awards for her
Awards.
influencing.
Okay. For a
Okay.
hair transplant.
No, for her influencing.
Yes, elf
It's
ears.
always weird when influencers win award. You did a lot of whatever you do.
Influencing.
We don't know what you do. We don't know if it's good or bad to society, but you did it. Okay. So she won a lot of awards. And then out of nowhere, April 2024, this is where shit starts hitting the fan. She posts on social media across her accounts, and it's a picture of her,
Oh.
and the caption is 1 + 1 = 3. and there's a collage of her and this significant other, this man that she's blurred out, and indicating that she's pregnant with this man's child.
Like this is like a not husband, like a launch of a man as well as a pregnancy announcement.
Yes. But prior to this, she was never doing like here's my boyfriend, but I'm not going to show him for privacy reasons.
People didn't know she was dating.
They thought she was fucking single as a Pringle.
It's a private.
And suddenly she's
person.
pregnant, and here is this man. And of course, this whole shit blows up. Everyone is in a frenzy. Who is this man? They're not upset or anything. They're happy for her. They're just so confused. And they're also like, how did you hide it so well? You post all the freaking time. How did you hide this relationship? Everybody starts reposting, and they're like, we got to figure out who this guy is. They realize that in the photos that she posted of him, she not only blurred his face, but she blurred his tattoo sleeve. Like one of his, he's wearing a short sleeve black
I
shirt.
didn't even notice that.
No, I'm just kidding. He's wearing a short sleeve black shirt, and then one singular arm she has drawn to be like a long sleeve black shirt, but the other one is a short sleeve. Does that make sense? So she edited it to cover his tattoos. So clearly his tattoos are identifiable. So then people start going through her old posts, and they're looking at all the pictures that she takes with her friends. And there's like only one guy, because he doesn't have any tattoos anywhere else. So it's just one sleeve. He doesn't have any on his other arm. He doesn't have any on his neck.
Is that the correct arm?
It's got to be this guy. They click on his account. Turns out the guy that she's dating, the guy that she is pregnant with his baby, is Hani. He's another doing influencer with 800,000 followers. Loser. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's got a full forearm sleeve. His tattoo design is matching the one that netizens saw in her post with her friends. So it's just kind of connecting. It's got to be him. And when you go through his doing, he seems like, I mean, nobody really knows who this guy is, but it seems like he's second generation rich. He's just old money. Like everything is just luxury, luxury, luxury.
What does he post? What kind of content?
Cars, thirst traps. Like, you know that trend where you like pull on a rope and then you're tugging on a leash, but it's your fucking Lamborghini Aventador, La Ferrari.
Oh my God.
Like he's the type to do
I'm
that.
dead.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? Now that we're talking about it, how is that even safe? I think about that every time I see those videos. I never see anyone in the driver's seat. So you're telling me it's on neutral? That's very dangerous. That's very dangerous. No, that is so hazardous.
Neutral is not dangerous.
It's dangerous.
In a parking lot?
It's dangerous.
Okay.
You don't think it's dangerous?
It's still very, very heavy, the car. It's not on a hill. It's not going to roll around.
But I feel like it's dangerous.
Okay.
And every time I see it, I go, you're rich, but it's dangerous.
Honestly, when was that really like a starting trend? I feel like that was a couple years back or something. When I was first seeing videos of that, I was like, I'm for sure going to come across some videos where it like went wrong. Like they tripped, or the car was moving too fast down a hill. They got run over or something. They also had something like that with a horse, right? And I was like, one of these, for sure there's some that went wrong, but they're just never going to post it. I just can't take these videos seriously. They just always look like it was going to be mean. I don't know. It's just giving Edward Cullen. It's not in a good way. It's giving constipation. I don't know. Yeah, I can't take it seriously.
Put on the seatbelt.
Cut. What's wrong with you?
It's having the opposite effect that they're aiming
and
for.
His entire page is just reeking of money. So they're like, okay, maybe he's this old money, second generation, not really as famous as her, but probably way more rich than her, is the vibe that people have. But immediately, Z's hardcore fans are like, I don't fucking like this guy. I don't like him for the sole reason that he has not posted anything about Z. She just hard launched their pregnancy. Why isn't he posting about her?
Because
But she hasn't posted about him.
She hit him.
People don't care.
Oh, okay.
They said, we don't care. You should at least post about the fact that
Brag
you have a
about
girlfriend.
her.
In fact, you don't post anything. Why are you being so secretive? Why are you? She's a big time influencer. She can be secretive, but why are you being secretive? People were very upset for whatever reason.
Oh my God.
And then it gets a little progressively worse. People start kind of turning to Z and asking, wait, this whole thing is weird. So first of all, he's not making you public. So I don't know why all the fans are under the presumption that he's the one that doesn't want to go public with their relationship. Because I guess they're saying, like, if she posted it, she wants to go public. Otherwise, she would have just not posted it at all. Right? But he's not posting anything. That's what netizens think. I don't know if I agree with this. But they're saying, first of all, girl, he did not publicize you. He did not post about you. Secondly, you guys aren't married. I think that's a little overly traditional for me, but continuing. And they say, third, the pictures you guys are posting are of you guys at a hotel. Think twice. Like, I feel like you deserve better than this. I don't know. This just isn't the relationship that I was picturing in my mind. And also, his account just seems like a fuckboy. And then
Yes, I agree on the fuckboy part. Listen, I just can't deal with netizens that are just way too involved, of people who they don't know and who that celebrity has no idea that they exist. It's like, you're way too involved. You care way too much. It's like, oh, you're in a relationship? No, we are in a relationship. That's our boyfriend now. So bizarre. It's weird. But I don't know. He is a loser, so let's hear out some of their points. But yeah, a lot of the times it's just so ridiculous. It's like a whole comedic stand-up show, like reading the comments of netizens.
finally, after all that hate, he hard launches their relationship on his account. He posts about them a few days after this. It's 3 pictures of him inside of a fucking water tank. I don't fucking know.
Water
Yo.
tank?
I've seen so many of these videos. I think there's a specific like set where swimmers put on like a mermaid tail, and then they go down where all the kids are and they're like, oh my God, look, mom, a mermaid, a real life mermaid. I saw this one video where I don't know what happened, but the woman was having a hard time. She could not breathe. Maybe she didn't take a proper breath before heading down. She started panicking and she took off her mermaid tail like in the middle and like swam up. But yeah, the chaos side, like the other side was just
What does
watching
that
the
even mean?
kids'
So I said aquarium.
dreams crushed
It's
down.
like a see-through square filled with water for photo shoots. And he's just like bobbing like an apple in the water tank. I don't know why
Wait, he's in the water swimming?
Yeah. And then he's like hand up against the glass. And then she's standing outside looking at him. And
Like
then,
he's a fish in the water?
yeah.
He's a piece of fish in the water?
Yeah. He's a mulgogi in the water.
Oh my God.
It's like an advertisement, like they did like a photo shoot, like type of content. Like they purposefully set up this whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
To hard launch the relationship.
Oh my goodness.
I was like,
Okay.
this is a lot to hard launch. You could have just hit them with like a bing.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And then the caption is, for you, I am everlasting commitment, never to be regretted.
Oof.
And then, of course, the haters came back and
That's
said,
a big
God, is
statement.
it always about you? Like, why are you in the fucking water tank? First of all, why the fuck is there a water tank? Like, this is so stupid. This feels, why can't it be about Z? Like, why are you... I don't know. These netizens were just fucking hating on this guy and like agreed. Okay. So then he goes onto a live stream trying to continuously redeem himself. He's like, guys, I know that all fucking 14 million of you love Z. And I'm telling you right now, I'm a very detail oriented man.
Okay.
I'm going to take such good care of her. Look at this cookbook. He pulls up a cookbook that's still in the plastic lamination. And he's like, I bought this cookbook.
And I read through it 10 times
So-
through the plastic.
Laser focused, locked in. He says, I'm going to learn how to cook for her. I'm not going to let this relationship turn into a joke. I am going to work so hard to be the best father. And if I don't look good enough to be a visual influencer, and I'm just like, bro, to call yourself the visual influencer is crazy. He says, I will switch paths and do something else. You know, these are all the things that I plan to do. I will not let Z be unhappy if she's with me. Truly. I mean, at this point, what can the netizens do? They're like, okay, fine. Just keep your word. Treat her well. We fucking love her. Okay, like we'll literally come and find you if you do some shady shit. So
Did
after
they?
this, he posts this and everyone thinks, okay, fine. Old money guy, Nepo baby, second generation rich boy, and influencer that's fucking influencing. It's honestly kind of a power couple. It's kind of a vibe.
I
They're all on
guess.
board with it until an
Something
anonymous
went wrong.
post goes viral. Oh, you gotta hate when that anonymous post comes to ruin the relationships. You gotta hate it.
Or
It's a girl,
saves the
let's call her
person.
Lindsay. And she says, y'all aren't gonna believe what just happened. That guy, I'm not gonna list any names in my anonymous post, but there is a guy who is dating and has impregnated a very famous female influencer. I'm not gonna say who.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say who. See, I'm not gonna
No
say who.
names necessary.
But he's impregnated her and they launched their relationship. And I was thinking, the timeline doesn't add up because I was meeting that guy at hotels for a while. And the timeline is not timelining.
Why is she not? Okay. I think she doesn't want to start more drama because
Why is she not telling Z? Is that what you're asking?
no. Why is she not just
Coming out
calling out
anonymous.
this guy's name, right?
Okay. I thought you were going to say, why is she not telling Z? Which is a really good question.
Z, yeah.
Are you asking me that question?
Yes. Why didn't she tell Z?
That's where the post gets crazy.
Okay.
She said, what's
Let's
crazier
get to it.
is I reached out to the female influencer and I told her. I gave her screenshots. I
she
showed her
know?
everything. Hotel stuff, Uber stuff, everything.
She's
And
like,
then the
I
next
know.
day, she posted a vlog of them going wedding dress shopping.
Okay.
Let me throw it back because we clearly know it's Z. So she gets a text from this girl named Lindsay and she texts, sis, there's a problem with Han's character. He contacted me for casual sex during the new year of 2022, 2023, and 2024. Like we basically fucking rang in
Girl,
sex
go
during
back.
the new year of 2022, 2023, and 2024.
Wait, is she gonna read the? Okay, she's gonna read to the
Like we
next of it.
basically fucking rang in every single new year together for the past 3 years. Okay. And this was when I was a college student. We met up on like a social networking app. Later, I found out that he used to be a host at one of like the host clubs. Then he became an internet celebrity pretending to be a rich second generation kid, but he's not. And he would scam wealthy women and solicit hookups every single where he goes. I have evidence of him contacting me in January, which you probably would have been pregnant in January. So if you respond to me, I will send it to you. Z responds, huh? Yes, he contacted me again when he returned to his hometown of Anshan, at the end of January this year for Chinese New Year. You can check it if he had any hotel bookings on February 11th. He also didn't tell me that he had a girlfriend then. Were you guys together February 11th? Remember, the pregnancy announcement was like April. Was he with you at the hotel on February 11th? Yes, I have screenshots of our conversations. How can I send them to you? So she's like, okay, I'll follow you. They start sending the screenshots. And Z is like, wait, what time on February 11th? Around 5 p.m. So Lindsay sends all these and she's like, okay, I did my part. That's all I have to do. I'm not going to make like an online post about it. Until the next day she wakes up and there is Z posting about them going wedding dress shopping. And it's like, hello, fellow wifeys. Today is Monday and my husband is taking me to get a custom dress. And Lindsay is sitting there like, what the heck? And she even posts a meme. It's like a dog pointing at its head, like, hello? What's going on in there? Are you there? Do we have similar brains? Like, what? I'm completely dumbfounded by this action. How do you go wedding dress shopping the next day? So then she goes online. That's when she decides to make the post of like a female influencer with 14 million followers officiates her relationship, Stormy pregnant. Like, it's just nonstop. She's like, this is everything that's happened. And she's showing little bits of proof online. She even tells Z, like, my first meeting with Han was weird. This was in 2022 during New Year. And we got carried away. We had sexual relations. We had taken precautions, or at least I thought that I had brought a condom. I bought the condom. And then he had taken it off halfway because he said it was uncomfortable. And then he accidentally finished. And then afterwards, he transferred me $14 to go buy a plan B. A few days later, which is crazy because like a plan B in America is like $50. Anyway, a few days later, I discovered that he had deleted me on WeChat. So he made me go through all of this and then deleted me. But then the next year, I saw him again on a dating app. And I assumed because his account was not verified that this was like a catfish. But upon adding him on WeChat, I realized it was not a catfish. And then he kept trying to meet up with me. I didn't go to see him. And then eventually, like, okay, fine. Like, we met up and we did it again.
Oh
What
my
does
god.
this guy look
oh
like? Is
my
he
god.
like super hot or something?
He's
He
cringy.
looks like every male doing influencer.
Agreed.
Like, they have that vibe. You know, he
Agreed. I didn't want to be like that person that's like all Asians look the same. But certain categories, like Douyin influencers, they all kind of follow like similar trends. So sooner or later, people kind of start looking like one another. And that's why maybe I thought I had heard of this case before because I just saw him at the on the thumbnail and I was like, did she talk about this guy before? But no, completely different person. Yeah, he just looks like any other Douyin influencer.
He looks like every male doing influencer. Like, they have that vibe. You know, he got a lot of he gets a lot of fame for being double door fridge, double-decker bus.
Oh, he got a fridge body.
Yeah, he got that brick body.
Fridge
He's got
body.
like that golden, tiny little fingerling potato head on a watermelon that's sideways type of shoulders,
Looking
right?
like a Roblox
Yeah,
character.
that's where he gets a lot of his clout. However, one girl would say, one time I leaned up on his shoulder and I heard a plastic noise. And I was like, what is that?
What?
Turns out, not only does he wear shoulder pads, but he wears them until they're no longer sticky. So then he just tapes them on his shoulder with like duct tape and packing tape.
我在想他
I thought she was gonna make some joke about like hearing some plastic. Some swishing plastic sound because she was gonna make a joke about how he was like fake, like none of it is real. He's gotten a lot of plastic surgery. I thought that's what she was gonna go for. I was not expecting
One time I leaned up. Turns out, not only does he
this. I was not expecting this. You got like silicone pads that you put on yourself, like a little sticky bra, but on your shoulder.
wear shoulder pads, but he wears
the
them
lengths
until they're no
people go
longer
to.
sticky. So then he just tapes them on his shoulder
I'm
with
dead.
like duct tape and packing
Oh.
tape.
我在想他这个衣服是什么材质的？为什么我靠上去之后它会有那个塑料的声音？就你知道为什么吗？因为它那个垫肩不粘了，它是用那个胶带纸把那个。
就他那个3个大垫肩，然后每一次穿衣服，哇，看起来那个头嘎嘎小。
I immediately thought about that
每一
image
次穿
right
衣服，哇，
there.
看起来那个头嘎嘎小。
I was like, sir, how stiff is this jacket? Like, I just thought of like a Roblox character. Like, it's just, like, that is not your physique for sure. Oh my
What in the
god.
world?
There's that. It's gonna get crazier.
What?
So then they keep meeting every single year for New Year. And it
you're
gets
gonna
to the
marry
point
this
where
guy?
she meets him when he's clearly in a relationship with Z, but she didn't know that at the time. And Lindsay is telling her all of this. And Z's response is also bizarre. Z asks Lindsay, well, babe, did you guys use condoms? And Lindsay was like, yeah, I mean, I bought them, but halfway through wearing them, he would say it's uncomfortable. Like, he always did this. Same thing in 2022, and he would always ask me to take pills. So you guys never wore a condom. How old are you? Were you always studying in Anshan? Yeah,
What?
I always bought them. I was born in 2000, and I graduated not too long ago. Mainly, I think that he was concealing the fact that he has a girlfriend, and you were clearly, you know, getting pregnant. And it's just, that's what I'm just trying to say. Z says, I feel so bad for you, babe. I really didn't expect this because he moved in with me right after we got together. He said his account wasn't very active and he wasn't making much money on social media. So I took pity on him. We lived together. And then he went home for New Year, I guess, to see you. And then I went to Sydney, Australia. I was planning to take him with me to Sydney, Australia, but his visa didn't go through. I just really didn't expect something like this to happen. But I appreciate you willing to talk to me about it. Maybe it's because we're both girls. We can empathize with each other. My mind is such a mess right now, and I'm pregnant, so both physically and mentally, I'm feeling very uncomfortable. I feel like I'm on the verge of breaking down, and I might need some time to adjust to my emotions and mindset. Since this has happened, I'll think carefully about what to do next, because now that I have a baby, I might still need to have a serious talk with him to see what's going on. Today, he was getting really scary, though. He was getting angry at me over trivial matters, and I was quite scared. Yet, from what I saw in your chats, he seems very gentle with you. It's not like the person that I saw today at all. I don't really know what to do. So Lindsay, she posts all of this, like her chats with Z, and she's so confused. She's like, I mean, at first I thought it was weird that her first thing was to ask me about condoms. It was just weird. It was weird. It was weird. But then eventually she opened up and said that she is mentally distraught and so much is going on and she's just all over the place. So she thought, okay, let me give her the benefit of the doubt. Then the next day she posts about the dress shopping. So now she's just confused and like, does this girl have a brain or is she not using her brain? Or like, what the hell is going on? Lindsay makes this anonymous submission on a WeChat public account and the scandal starts going freaking viral and everybody starts, unfortunately, turning on Z. Because they're like, you are this girl power entrepreneur. You're like this girl that always advocates for girls having their own thing going on, having their own businesses going on and not depending on men and not being like having love brain. And I don't need a man. But then you're needing a man so bad that you're doing all of this. Like, what is going on? People are getting so upset at Z. Other comments are like finding out her husband is hooking up and her first reaction is to ask if he used a condom. I mean, lastly, she even ends up saying, I feel so bad for you, babe. Goodness, I feel like she's from the Qing dynasty. What's going on? In general, everybody is just so confused by this.
I mean, yeah, from those messages, obviously there's something else going on. Obviously, being pregnant, if she is really pregnant, why am I like, I'm just putting in all these different factors. I was like, what if this happened or what if this is happening? But those messages at first, I was like, that's weird. You're just asking if they like used a condom. Oh no, I went back. Oh no, oh no. And like like so sorry for you, babe, and stuff. I know sometimes it can be used as a term of endearment. Like sometimes I do that, but I don't know why in the messages it came out as like condescending.
Ask if he used a condom.
I'm sure it's not
I mean,
like
lastly,
that, though.
she even ends up saying, I feel so bad for you, babe. Goodness, I feel like she's from the Qing dynasty. What's going on? In general, everybody is just so confused by this. So once this whole thing becomes a storm, Z goes on a live stream and she starts admitting everything that's going on. She's like, okay, you guys want to talk about it? Let's freaking talk about it. So the only reason that I didn't post him on my page was because he was busy taking care of me and he didn't have time to post. I barely had time to post, but my business was more important. So he's not posting me on his page either. It's not that he was trying to hide that he has a girlfriend because he's meeting Lindsay from his hometown, okay? Also, we've been together for more than half a year, and throughout our entire relationship, he constantly wanted to get married, but I was the one that refused, and I wanted to take it slow until I got pregnant. So after this whole explanation, more netizens are disgusted. They're like, you got lover's brain, sis. Like, please, you're so blinded by your relationship. You can't even see the truth. What's going on? Nobody believes her, which like, I think it's sad that everybody's turning on her, but they're all upset with her. So more and more social pressure, and Z decides to private her live stream and Han privates his entire account.
Ooh.
And that day, like over the span of, I think it was like 4 days that this happened, she loses not 4, but 6 million followers total.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that's how she lost it all because of the expose, basically.
Yes.
Wow.
I guess a lot of people said this goes against who I thought I was following. Like I
Yeah.
thought she was this really independent girl that's
Yeah.
goofy and doesn't care about anyone else. And then now she's like so obsessed with this guy that she's willing to get stepped on. And it's just weird. Then other girls start coming forward. People start coming out of the woodworks with their WeChats from Han. And it's like, bro, this guy is such a boy. He will
God.
try 1,000% to get in your pants. It's insane. And maybe it was more women coming out because all of a sudden, Z's post with Han, gone. She deletes all of her posts with Han, and it seems like they're no longer dating. On April 18th, she does a live stream to talk about the issue.
How long after was that?
Like a week.
Oh wow.
She's like, okay, let's really talk about the issue, because previously I wasn't talking about the issue. Let's really talk about it now. Let's dissect it, pull it apart, piece it together. Let me tell you why I posted the dress shopping vlog even after I found out and got that message from Lindsay. That vlog was filmed a long time ago in March. Here, you can see my camera roll. It's dated in March. It's not like I found out and the very next day I was like, oh yeah, let's go film a vlog. Let's go look at dresses. I'm not a freaking idiot. And then she goes on to state, obviously she was emotional because she was pregnant with his baby. She didn't want to badmouth him because ultimately she's pregnant. So this is still the father of her child eventually. She just wanted things to be amicable while she figures out what's going on. But netizens have kept spinning it and spinning it and spinning it into this thing. And like, fine, we broke up, okay? The internet is telling me he's a cheater and I didn't see it, obviously, but now I see it and I don't want to be with him. She posts that live stream and people are now defending her. So they're like, you know what? You're right. You were pregnant. So maybe you did have some hormones in your brain that were not correct, that we did not resonate with because so much was going on. And I'm sure it was very stressful and it was embarrassing to have this all happen in the public eye. So fuck you, Han. They start turning on Han. And you would think that this guy who privated his entire account because he didn't want to get any of the negativity, he would just sit still and do nothing. He's like a cat on a hot tin roof. That's what they said about him. Oh, yeah. He starts going online and he's saying, Z did everything. The pregnancy was unplanned. But when she learned that I got her pregnant, because I'm such a stud, because I'm such a daddy. He likes to call himself daddy in videos and
No way.
text messages.
You're kidding me.
I mean, he didn't say that in this video, but in text messages, he's always like, daddy's coming. I mean, not that coming. Daddy's coming to the hotel.
It's not any better.
Yeah, I know. It's all worse, okay? And he said when she learned that she was pregnant, she saw this as an opportunity. She wanted to use this situation to stir up a scandal, attract attention, and then she knew that she was going to terminate the pregnancy within 2 months. She just wanted to get all the vibes. She wanted to be like, hi guys, I'm pregnant. Oh my God, I lost a baby. She is a sicko. She's sick in the head. And she wouldn't let me tell the internet the truth. I felt like this was very wrong. Every time I tried to post about it, her scary ass team, because she's an influencer with 14 million followers or whatever, her scary ass team would come and take my phone away from me. They were controlling me. Like she was smoking, drinking, doing everything during her pregnancy. It was crazy.
其实当时的我被他的团队捂嘴了，和他团队的 PUA， 当时的我说实话已经无法为自己辩解了。我一个人真的抵不过他们一个团队。
Okay?
That's a crazy allegation.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
And I am getting framed right now. I mean, she did this to increase her popularity. I don't even think that we were really in love. So yeah, I was going and meeting other girls. What can I say? Immediately, Z follows up with a live stream. She says, okay. You guys want to slander my name right now? You want to listen to Daddy Han, that he calls himself? Let me tell you what actually happened, because I have been trying to keep it classy. I have been trying to keep it so cordial. I lost the freaking baby from stress, and I got the hospital records to prove that, first of all. And then second of all, let me tell you everything that's happened, because I didn't want to throw anyone down in the mud and drag them around. Oh yeah, but let's freaking do it. She said, second generation rich, up my ass, you stupid bitch. Okay, so first of all, you have 800,000 followers on Douyin, and you came to live with me immediately afterwards in my 5,000 square foot loft. You were not working. You were barely posting videos. You were barely making any money. You have no income, and all you would do while you were staying in my home that I pay for is eat, sleep, drink, and repeat. You would wake up at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I would wake up at 8 a.m. to go to work. We go to bed at the same time every day, around 3 or 4 in the morning. But I get up at 8 every morning to start getting ready to stream and shoot, as well as handling my own business. Whereas you sleep until the sun is fucking high in the sky, until it's 3:30 in the afternoon. I would be worried. I would think, oh, I bet he's hungry. So I'd go to wake you up, and you would fucking yell at me. Don't you know I'm very sleepy? Don't you know that you've been noisy all morning? Okay.
Wow, she's getting riled up.
Yeah. Not only does he wake up late and yell at her for being too loud while she works, he would get mad because she didn't wake him up to post his Douyin videos. He's like, why didn't you wake me up? I had to post today. You know my best time to post is like 11
By your
a.m.
mom?
Okay. He's like, why didn't you wake me up?
My fans are waiting.
My fans are waiting, okay? And then he would turn to her team that she employs, that she hired, and would say, what should my caption be? And now, out of your little mouth, Han, you are saying that my team was controlling you? Bro, did you forget all of this? Did you fucking forget all of this? And you think that I got pregnant for publicity? Just announcing any relationship, not even with you, just any relationship with anyone would have gotten me a lot of publicity, okay? Okay? I'm just saying that right now. That's what I'm just saying. Why would I have to put my body through that? And what benefit would you bring me? Huh? Like, what benefit? You're saying that I'm using you for publicity? What publicity?
What
you
publicity?
get no views. And she's like, she's, honestly, I feel her anger. It's like when
Yes,
people just say the
let
most
it out.
unhinged stuff. It's not even in the realm of sensicalness. Like, it's just, you're so insane. She's like, you're not even a big social media influencer. Why would I do this? Who exactly is giving who attention? Do I need to use you for publicity? What do I gain? You can clearly see that the account that you've accused me of using you for a publicity stunt, I've lost over 4 million followers. Oh, I was smoking and drinking during my pregnancy? No, I wasn't. But you know who was smoking during my pregnancy while I was pregnant before I lost the baby? You. So I was just constantly inhaling secondhand smoke. So yeah, I guess I was fucking smoking. Are you gonna blame me for losing the child? Why didn't you mention anything about your cheating? Z goes on to list how she paid for freaking everything, okay? She is a housekeeper. He would wake up at 3 p.m. He'd be hungry. He would either ask the housekeeper to make some food, or he would ask Z to order food, or he would ask Z so that they can go out to get food. She paid for flights, hotels,
Mom, I'm
all
hungry.
of the luxury goods.
我们恋爱开始，吃的、喝的、住的、穿的、用的，出去玩、住酒
She said,
店，
"I got
什么不是我付的
the
钱？
receipts."
什么不是你说我想要我就给你买？
Everything on his body, his iPhone, every new iPhone, everything she paid for. And also, here's the fucking cookbook. It's still in plastic.
Stupid cookbook.
I'm sweating. She's so funny. She says, hey, I paid for literally everything. And then you know what you would do? Oh, okay, just you wait.
She's eating him up.
She's like, we were trying to go to Sydney, Australia, right? And when you're a Chinese national trying to go to Sydney, Australia, you have to prove a bunch of shit. You have to prove that you have money in your account because, you know, like a lot of places, they don't want you to come on a tourist visa and then just stay.
Right.
So you have to prove that you have a certain amount of money. He couldn't get the visa because you need 6 months of bank statements and his bank balance was 0.
What?
She says, no, it's not. It was near 0. It was literally 0. So your visa got denied.
我原本要带上你的，给你办签证的时候要看6个月的银行卡流水，根本余额是零的，你咋出去啊？给你们看一下时间线，上午搁那嘎嘎想我呢，一顿掏心肺腑的想我，下午的时候消失3个小时，可酒店跟人爸爸的叫起来。
And this is when he's messaging Lindsay. And she's like, so I'm paying for your food. I'm paying for the clothes on your back. I'm paying for the iPhone. But you're going out there being somebody's daddy? That doesn't make sense. She's like, it doesn't make sense. Who are you playing daddy with outside? What are you role playing outside? But then it gets worse. She starts detailing how Han's ex-girlfriend also accused him of all the same things. So Z is not crazy. Z is not trying to flip the narrative on Han, right? The ex-girlfriend is Teresa. And she said, when I was dating Han, he was so stingy. He was literally a gold digger. Yeah, there was this one time we went to Fendi together and he went to the men's section and he's browsing the jackets and he's like handing out the jackets for the sales associates, like put it in my room, put it in my tab. And then Teresa's like, okay, well, I'm going to go check out the women's side. And suddenly he gets so anxious. Like he can't even leave her side. He's doing the broke boyfriend hug from the back at a Fendi. And she's like, what the fuck is going on? Eventually, she ends up paying for not only her Fendi, but also his Fendi.
Oh, hell no.
因为贾新贝我穿过他上街，这好多年前了，他穿过那双拖鞋，所以他就认为他就觉得这个拖鞋它应该是一个时尚单品。
It was crazy. It was just crazy. Everything. She paid for everything. Probably spent tens of thousands of dollars. And all he ever gave her was a mechanical dog toy watch that was $40. And then Z is on the live stream and she says, let me tell you what's even crazier. So I was reading Teresa's post about this, but it gets crazier. Do you know what a Ducati is? I have this personal assistant that has been with me for years, and I trust and appreciate her, so I bought her a car. When Han finds out, oh God, he's so jealous. He's so jealous, okay? He's pouting. He starts doing this, doing that.
Pouting.
And I said, what's going on? And
Where's
he said,
my car?
I just wish that you would be that nice to me because I don't have the money, but I really want to buy a Ducati.
Oh
You know
my
what a
God.
Ducati is? It's like
bike.
a Harley Davidson. It's like a bike, okay? Yeah. And she's like, what are you trying to fucking hint at here? And then at least twice a week, he would tell her, the price of Ducati dropped again. Ducati's having a sale.
That's crazy.
And she's like, if the price dropped, why can't you buy it yourself?
一星期起码有2天跟我提一句，杜卡迪降价了，干好啊！降价可以自个买啊！
杜卡迪的车主们下午3点以后一定要锁好车，
Yes.
因为韩语。
I love that we're getting these videos. Yes, express your frustration. Yes.
Alpha.
一星期起码有2天跟我提一句，杜卡
This
迪
is
降
so
价了，干好
real.
啊！降价可以自个买啊！
杜卡迪的车主们下午3点以后一定要锁好车，因为韩语下午3点就起床了。
Also, you think that guy used to look like that? He didn't used to look like that. Every day, he would complain about his fucking Ducati and not having a Ducati. And then he would also complain that his tear trough was too deep. You know what a tear trough is? I'm about to tell you. You know, next to your nose, it kind of sinks in. And as you age, it sinks in a little bit more, right? It's not, I guess, conventionally beautiful. It'll amplify your dark circles and eye bags. Okay, so he wants to get shots to fix his tear trough. I paid like $10,000 for that.
Dang, 10,000 USD?
Yeah, I think so.
Dang.
It was like 50,000 yuan. How much is that?
Yeah, that's like fucking $8,000. Wow.
And you know what he does? You know what the number 520 means?
I love you.
Yeah. In
He sent me at
Chinese.
$500, 520.
Okay, how much is 520 yuan?
520 yuan would be, I don't know, $80,
No, he sends her
$70.
5.2 yuan. How much is that?
It's like 70 cents.
He sends her 70 cents as a thank you. He
This is, wow.
sends her 70 cents.
But like, you know, his bank account is zero. He's giving her everything. He wasn't lying.
I mean, what the fuck is going on? She even shares his before and after the tear trough picture.
No freaking way.
I'm telling you, it's a different person. I'm telling
Really?
you, it's a different person. It made me want to. This research made me want to get elf ear surgery and tear trough
Stop
injections.
it. Stop.
Throw in a hair transplant while you're at it because these just be looking good. They look good. I don't know what else to say. They look phenomenal. He looks really good.
It helps, I guess. It helps a little bit. Yeah, but I cannot. My fellow sisters are very, very patient and have a lot of tolerance. I could never, dude, like someone like this can't hide this type of ugly behavior for so long. I don't know what they saw in him specifically that made them stick with him for so long. And maybe they just love playing sugar mommy, you know, and paying for stuff. But I can't. I'm dead.
Tear
This
trough
guy.
injections. Throw in a hair transplant while you're at it because these just be looking good. They look good. I don't know what else to say. They look phenomenal. He looks really good to the point where netizens are going, wait, who's your doctor? Like, I know this is very serious. I know. But Z, who did you pay? Just tell us the doctor's name. And then she continues, you refused to leave when I tried to kick you out. You were crying to me, sleeping until the afternoon, crying, sobbing, not packing, saying, you can't leave, you don't have money. Can you borrow money from you to pay for rent? It was a whole shenanigans. What do you mean that I was the one controlling you? If I have such a capable team that can control you, would I really have to pay you to make you leave? I could just ask them to throw you out. In fact, you want to talk about my team that was come here, team. Come here, team. Come here, my personal assistant. She doesn't list their names for privacy reasons. She's like, come here. And this cute little woman shows up. She said, this 36-year-old woman wearing fucking pink overalls, she's controlling you?
还是我们团队无理嘴，无理嘴那就快，让他无理嘴啊！啊，哥们儿，趁18岁了，天天穿个粉色背带裤，怎么无理嘴啊？
And her personal assistant is so shy. She's like giggling. She like doesn't even know what to do on camera right now. She's like, I don't know what to do. It's just so obvious that she is so uncomfortable. And she's like, this woman is controlling you. Tell them how you're gonna control him. You know this girl? She went on a trip with me. The wheels on her luggage, they fell off. We have been calling the airline company for 10 days. Still no refund. We are not a capable team that you make us sound like.
Missing wheels.
Okay? We can't even get a refund for that.
Yo. Oh my
But we're
goodness.
controlling you. We're controlling you. You know what I have to say about you, and my team can attest to this. You have been sitting at this home for more than half a year wearing just your boxers.
He's been there for 6 months.
Yes. Wearing just his boxers. Everyone in my team is a girl, and every one of them is so young and shy. And you don't even dare to leave the room when they walk in? Who are you trying to show your little wee-wee to? Let me show you a picture of my full team. Who
I
here
thought
looks...
you said, let me show you guys a picture of his little wee wee.
That would have been
Honestly,
crazy.
slight.
That's crazy.
Okay?
祝我们有心机，你一天到晚在家里面作家半年多，每天穿个平角的四角内裤走来走去。我们团队全部是女孩子，年纪又小，个个被害臊的都不敢出屋。你被逼的门到底得给谁看？
Please, you tolerated that for 6 months? I cannot. Oh my God, these poor women. My poor fellow sisters. You got to be tormented by this loser. He's a loser. Total loser.
She was like, look at them. Look, what about my team looks threatening? They all look like they're
Look at
one
them.
phone call away
So
from being
cute.
scammed out of all their money. Okay? Every single one of them. One of them. Okay, we're so capable that we lost 14 million to 8 million in a few days. Yeah, we're so fucking capable.
That's crazy.
You know what's even crazier? He contacted her assistant to ask the assistant to edit his script of how he was going to frame Z.
What? How does that even...
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Yeah. So that's my clarifications. And everyone in the comments goes crazy. They said, I have never seen a rebuttal video so fucking hilarious in my entire life. Like we knew we made the right person famous. We just needed a reminder.
All right, let me resubscribe now.
Yeah. Let me delete every nasty, vicious thing I've ever said about you and act like I wasn't a flip-flopper.
Oh my
I'm
God.
just gonna act like
I
I
hate those
was.
people.
I been knew that you were the one to stand.
Nice.
Okay, your logic is
Stick
so
with
clear,
what you
it's
said.
smooth, and then overnight. The Han memes take over the internet. They call him Daddy. Okay, the memes are categorized. Daddy Han memes, 5.2 yuan memes, Tear Trough Daddy, and Ducati Daddy.
Oh no.
People started making Han accounts, fake accounts pretending to be Han. And every Han meme video, they would go in and comment, "Are you being rude to Daddy right now?"
Oh.
And some were commenting on his fake account, "I am richer than you. I am second gen. I have 80 cents." $0 brother. Is there any place that you can afford? How can you live so luxuriously with $0? First time that I am richer than an influencer. I don't know what to do with this. Refined doying influencer, balance of 0, dazzling tear troughs, and the ever-present longing for the Ducati. The scandal got so big, a local Ducati store joined in, and they started posting signs.
Jeez.
Hani did not buy this one.
Oh
What
my
is it?
God.
Hani did not buy this one. 'Cause he couldn't buy a Ducati. Only those with dark circles and bad tear troughs can buy Ducati. Only those who wear long boxers can wear Ducati.
Long boxers?
Because he always wears short boxers around her staff. And then it gets crazier. It is exposed that he stole facial cleanser and spent 3 days in jail. What? He spent 3 days in jail because he stole face cleanser, which sounds kind of sad because face cleanser is like a necessity, right? But not really. When you think about, like, he's just going after wealthy women and wearing Fendi, but not buying face cleanser. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. He has so many opportunities to turn his life around. He could have turned his life around when he started dating Z. Like, she's got
literally.
resources. He can
Bro, are
get,
you kidding me?
Exactly. He could start working hard on his social media career, do something, but no. So we can't feel
got
sympathy,
no
okay?
brain.
Yeah, he got arrested for 3 days for
What should my caption be? Oh, can you edit this script for me? Like, what? What the hell? You like got no form of like nothing. Not I.
buying
can't.
facial cleanser or stealing facial cleanser. It was a whole fucking thing, and everyone was like, the
This is
Nothing
memes.
going
before
for you,
the,
huh?
the whole incident, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
It was crazy. And then Z was on live stream, and she was like, the craziest thing happened. There's this really famous like billionaire basically in China, and his daughter reached out to me and was like, can I ask what horoscope he is so that I can avoid them entirely? Which is very eccentric and weird, okay? And she responded, he's an Aries. And all the live stream comments go, wake up, Aries, the sky has fallen.
Thank God I'm not an Aries. Sorry for all you fellow Aries out there.
Wake up.
This guy did you guys dirty.
Oh, shit.
And then it gets worse. Z says those shoulder pads were probably the gnarliest part of their relationship.
Bro.
He would wear 3 shoulder pads on
That
each
took me
shoulder.
out.
Does that not look weird?
It looks weird.
It looks weird.
And then he would just like leave them around the house,
Oh,
which is what I do exactly with my boob stickers.
I was just gonna say like a sticky adhesive bra. It looks like a silicone like fake boob. Like you just stick that onto your shoulder.
Oh, man.
And then people were like, Z, what made you really even like this guy to begin with?
Right,
Like,
that's
what
what
did
I
you see
wanna
in him?
know.
Yes.
And she says, to be honest, when he wore those shoulder pads, his head looked so small. And his shoulders were so broad.
Wouldn't that mean though he has a small brain if he got a small head? Like, I don't know. A lot of people find different traits attractive, right? Physically speaking. This is so over exaggerative. I would find it comical. Like such a small pebble head with like super like square Roblox shoulders. That doesn't look weird to you. I think it's humorous. And it's obviously some form of something in there that's influencing this look. I can't.
Small. And his shoulders were so broad. My God, it was manly.
You fell for that?
But only wore it when he wore those pads. That's it. And I also have a thing for like a northern Chinese accent, so yeah.
You let him hit? Girl.
funny.
She's so funny.
Like,
Yeah, and then she's the one that said she leaned on him once and it was like a tick 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 sound. It was the fucking plastic.
I guess I'm gonna start wearing some shoulder pads around the house.
she's like, the pads stay on in bed.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Let me see how much those are. Really? This looks like boob stickers. Is that the
Yeah,
same
exactly.
type of shoulder? Oh, it
I
is.
think so. Then another
Except you
post
won't
goes
get
viral
the
of someone who
sound.
messaged Han. And it was, Han, I have some crazy news about Z, like really dirty, nasty news.
This is after, right?
Yeah, message me if you want.
still more.
Han is like, good. Message me everything that you have. I need all that I can. And then they message. So basically what happened was Z was dating this guy who's obsessed with Ducati and shoulder pads.
you troll.
And he got her pregnant. And because he was cheating on her so much, and it's just a recap
Yes, last night's stream.
There's some hilarious netizens out there.
Oh, the guy cannot. Oh my god.
And then Han comes back on his account after
No, he
everybody memes
returns.
him to hell and back. He comes back with a live stream, and it's titled "My Apology Video." He says, "I want you guys as the whole internet to supervise a bad boy turning over a new leaf. Let's all give him a chance. Me." This is an apology video.
这是一条认错视频。
In the early stages of the relationship, I couldn't resist temptation. I was young, but I've changed. I've listened to the advice. I'm accepting it now, and the whole internet can monitor me like a probation officer. Yes, so I'm going to put it in writing for you guys. Okay, so then he says, as repentance, he wrote Z's name over and over again, like 100 times, right? But when he shows his fucking paper, okay, so like part of her name says beautiful. That's the meaning of it. But he wrote it to write resources. So people are like, okay, this guy is not apologizing. This guy is not fucking apologizing. And then he says, oh, and on more serious news, I've recently created a mold for my shoulder pads. I will be linking them in the shopping
No
cart
freaking
below.
way.
He starts selling shoulder pads
In the same video?
in the same video.
Wow.
Did people actually buy? Oh my god. Looks like a footballer. Those pads footballers wear, American football. It looks exactly like that. Ain't no way.
电竞王子向你们走来！我电这么久是不带掉的，全不全伟，百分百条这样吗？
This is even
You couldn't
crazier than
even
the
make it look realistic though. Like
wedding tissue shot.
Yes. And he says, let me show you
Exactly
all
like
how to wear
that.
shoulder pads on dates without the rich girls noticing. Yeah. So, for example, you say, hey, can I freshen up? And then you ask them, can I get a glass of water? They go to grab a glass of water and you whip them out so that when you take off your shirt, they don't see the shoulder pads anymore. In this,
You know what though? He could make a living out of teaching people how to scam others. Because I am so lost of how he was able to scam at least 2 women that I remember being told of, Z and that other blonde girl. He could, he could make a living off of that because I'm so blown away.
mouth so that when you take off your shirt, they don't see the shoulder pads anymore. In the span of that live stream, he sold 17,000 shoulder pads.
Oh,
It would have been 17,001 if I was watching.
oh no.
Not from him.
Oh man.
My voice is leaving again. But people were split because they were like, at the end of the day, he did really mess up Z's life. And that is where we are at.
Wow.
That's it.
Oh.
He's online making fun of himself, selling shoulder pads. But I would say a lot of people are trying not to support him.
Oh yeah.
Because they're saying, like, even though I think where it gets confusing is Z takes a very hilarious approach to things.
Yeah.
But, like, at the end of the day, she did get really massively f***ed over and she did lose a baby.
Yeah.
So everyone's just trying to support Z. And it just feels like an instance of, okay, maybe we did make the right people famous.
Wow.
Because even the way she handled it is like,
yeah.
okay, yeah, there are times where she's getting a little crazy. Oh, but there was this other doing influencer who was very upset. This is fucking crazy. She got pregnant when all of this was happening. And she literally said, like, I can't even be trending with my pregnancy.
I can't even be trending.
Yeah, all the viewers are going to Z. Like, no one is coming to see me give birth, and my products are
You're
not selling.
kidding me.
Like, if I had known something like this was happening, I wouldn't have gotten pregnant now. It's not like I can give birth like a donkey in a production line. Like, I'm only gonna have like
Wow.
1 or 2 kids. If
Are
I
you
had known,
joking?
I wouldn't have gotten pregnant now.
搞得我们生孩子，等一下热搜都上不去了，到时候观众全被他们吸走了，没有人来看我生孩子，货也卖不出去了。你说倒霉不倒霉？早知道就不这个时候生。
That's
Say, say.
crazy.
The most unhinged thing ever.
She's serious.
Wow.
And that is what is happening with Z and Han.
Do we know how many followers she has now?
Right.
Oh,
for
I
that
think she's
baby.
like back to 11.
Oh,
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
what a ride.
What a ride. I kind of stan her. Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I really stan her. Let me know in the comments what are your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Okay, yeah, Z is hilarious. I can't believe she fell for that fake shoulder pads. That nude took me out, bro. I was not expecting it. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that would have been the right thing to do. But I don't know. I guess I guess maybe ultimately I don't want to say they ultimately did the right thing, but I guess it kind of helps speed up the process of the breakup. Um, but could possibly be a bit malicious. Yeah. But definitely I don't know. It's weird because she lost the baby, which was so like briefly mentioned out of stress. So that was really sad to hear, but it's a really heavy subject to touch on. But ultimately, Han was his name, was just not a good person to have as a father. Yeah, the whole wedding dress shopping dropped immediately afterwards. I was shocked at first, but then I was like, wait, she's like a big influencer. Even I do this sometimes, like a video that I recorded like a month ago, and then I had it scheduled to be post like a month after. So she could have easily just scheduled that. And she even said that she did like back in March, May, something like that. People are just so comfortable behind their screens, being little keyboard warriors. They're getting more and more ballsy as the years go by, just in their homes behind the screen. They would never really have the balls to do this kind of stuff in person to their face. Like, ultimately, this case was hilarious. There has been some little serious things sprinkled in here and there, like her pregnancy, the whole cheating thing, the taking off the condom thing. Yeah, there was some really serious things in there that, probably shouldn't be looked over as easily because of or be overshadowed by the really comedic response of Z. I'm glad that ultimately Z at the end is able to laugh at everything and hopefully, move on. She sounds like she got mm, her followers back, so hopefully no other baddie falls for the pebble head on Roblox shoulders pads anymore.